I want to be quite honest and objective. I'm going to talk about me reviling, and I'm going to talk about others reviling. And about 40 years ago, had all these inner judgments going on regarding the person used to disciple me. And but before that was my dad. Drove me nuts. But it wasn't right, and it was wrong. The perceptions were wrong about my dad, and my perceptions about the person discipling me were wrong. And I suppose at some surface way they might have been a bit true. But I wanted to say that I will always remain stunned by this particular, was it a Saturday or something, when I was in the house with this guy, and he was in charge. He was a youth leader. As a youth, he was a youth leader in Haringey Baptist Church. And then all these years on, a couple that he knew, or certainly the husband, was in his group, and he came to visit Ron, and they just came to visit. And then all of a sudden, he sort of kindly put me out of the room, which is as was necessary, because this concerned people that he knew, and he had a direct word of the Lord from them. I had pizza, by the way, so if you see a orange glow. And he had a word for them, and it was that they should start a church in Perth, Scotland. We were in a house in Amersham, nowhere near, absolutely nowhere near. I don't think the guy who had the word had any link whatsoever with Perth and Scotland. We didn't have any link up there. The man received that from the Lord, kind of became an apostle up there, and also later in Birmingham with his wife. And it kind of just left me stunned, really, because I thought of all these things, but this was a man with authority to literally create geographical things happening in UK, just ever so simply by relaying what God in heaven, the Almighty God, in a simple direction and command, would have this guy do. And there it was. And often, as we saw with the cross, the time when the most is happening, it seems like the most reviling is going on, or the sense that we're useless, or whatever. I mean, that's so in pregnancy as well, isn't it? The time when you're most, near term, you're waddling around, you can't feel, you don't feel your best, everything's such an effort, and then you sort of sense, others in the family know that you're useless for anything right now, and so there's all that pressure on you. But it seems so with every project that it has this amazing weight and substance. There's something being brought forth, and it's surrounded by reviling. And yet there's this incredible power. If you read up about Ed Miller, or even there is a YouTube where he's talking about it, the lead up to the Argentine revival, where he is literally midwifing this national scale revival, as they other intercessors. What would it be? Duncan Campbell? Is he interceding and then became involved with Hebrides, or what? Reese Howells, Evan Roberts. But anyway, you know, there's this moving of the power of God, but it's not evident perhaps in the immediate circles. This immense weight of power and authority that is coming through. Because how do you scale, like I say, this with our little bodies? You can't. I just feel led to share that this evening for anyone that's feeling a bit rough and under the weather, and perhaps with unruly teenagers or unruly family situations, that something else is going on. Something else is going on. Sure, it won't switch off. Why won't it switch off? That really is weird.